Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're gonna go over facade design pattern. So let's get started. So to explain this pattern, I'll basically go ahead and use a remote control analogy. Okay, so let's say you're in smart home, okay, and there are like a bunch of devices behind your front door, okay, and those devices include door lock, there could be alarm, and you could have cameras and of course lights. Okay, so if you didn't have a facade, you'd open like 4 different kinds of apps and do things like in order every time, you know, like you would first go ahead and lock the door, and second you would go ahead and arm the alarm, and next you will go ahead and turn the camera, and lastly you will turn off the lights, right? And you're doing like a lot of work and you know, like every time opening different apps and performing different actions. That seems to be a lot of work, okay? And of course you don't want to be doing that. So that's where the facade pattern comes in. You know, it's gonna simplify your work. So you only have to maybe like click one button. So it's like you're just clicking one button, leave home, and all these actions are performed by themselves. Okay, you don't have to manually open different apps and do certain things, you know. So you're just pressing this button and every action is performed in order. So that's pretty much the facade pattern. So you know, you'll have methods from different classes. So let's take these objects as the classes. So you have you have methods from different classes, and you want to call those methods in a particular order, and that's why we are using this facade pattern. And I remember when I first learned about facade pattern, I was confused between like facade and template method, because in template method as well, if you guys have watched my video on the template method, I'll provide the link to that in the description below. You can also click on the I button to watch it. So like in the template method, we're also like calling methods in specific order, right? So when I first learned it, I was like confused what's the difference between them. So towards the end of the video, I'll explain the difference as well. So let's go ahead and look the facade pattern into the code, so it's gonna make more sense, you know. Alright, so let's look at the code. So this code that I have over here, it's basically using the same example that I showed you in the picture, the lock and the alarm and the remote control example, right? So here I have this class over here. So here I have this door class, and it basically has 2 methods. So first method is lock door, which is simply gonna print door locked. Okay, so when we call it, it's just gonna lock the door, and unlock door. So if we call it, the door gets unlocked. So that's pretty much our unlock door, lock door class. And similarly we have our security alarm class, and it will do similar things. So like if we arm the alarm, we call this method, so the alarm is armed and afterwards it's disarmed. So that's it for the alarm class. So it's pretty much the same like the door class. And next we have this porch light class, where we have again 2 methods. So we have a light on method, which is simply gonna turn on the light and turn off the light. Okay, so 2 methods, for one for turn on and one for turn off. And again we have now this security camera class. Okay, so here we have again this 2 methods, so camera on, camera off. So you guys see, so all these objects we're gonna do what, we have created a class for all these objects, and now all these objects have their particular methods to turn them on and to turn them off. Okay, so just like how I showed you in the example in the picture. So and afterwards, what do we want? So we basically want one button, so all of them gets called at the same time, right? So if we call if we press on, so all of them turns on. If we press off, so all of them turns off. Okay, so since we have a lot of classes and we want to call methods from all those classes, so we're gonna write a facade class. Okay, so that's where our facade method comes in. So we have a smart door facade written over here. So this is a class, and this is gonna contain all the classes as the field. Okay, so all these devices that we have, so we made the classes for all those devices and we put them as a field, and the constructor for the facade expects all these objects. Okay, so you need to pass all the objects that you want, and once you have all these objects, so if you create the object of the facade, so what you're basically gonna do, you're simply gonna go ahead and call this this method. So remember in the picture we had So here we had like only a button, so like we're only clicking one button, leave and arrive, and it's performing all of our actions, right? So that's what we're basically doing. So just like in the picture, you have these two buttons. So you have this leave home and arrive home button. Okay, so button, I mean these methods. Okay, so when you go ahead and click on this button, so like call this method, so what's gonna happen? You'll end up printing leaving home, and all these actions are gonna performed sequentially. So as soon as you click on leave home, the door is gonna be locked, the alarm is gonna be on, the camera is gonna be on, the lights are gonna be off. So all these actions are gonna be called in sequence. So you guys see the purpose of this this button. So similarly, we'll go ahead and call these this arrive home. So if we go ahead and click on this arrive button, so this method is gonna be called, and what does it do? Of course, it's gonna go ahead and print arrive home, and then it's pretty much gonna go ahead and do the inverse of what the leave home did. So like call all the methods, so like the unlock door, lights on, camera off, you know, pretty much the inverse of that. And of course it's gonna go ahead and say welcome home. So then now let's go ahead and look at the main class. Oh yeah, before I go ahead and look at that, I want to show you guys the difference between the template method and the facade. Okay, so like the difference between the facade and template method is that in template method as well, we're calling methods. Okay, so this is the video that I made on template method. You can go ahead and check it out. So when we may call the methods of template method, okay, so in here we're also calling the methods in order, you guys see, but here we're only calling the methods of one particular class. Okay, so you have only one class and you want to call the methods of that in order of one class. Okay, but in the case of facade, you have many devices, so you have many other classes and you're calling the methods for many classes in sequence. Okay, so template method, when you want to call methods of one particular class and in order, right? But if you want to call the methods of different classes in order by just clicking one button, so that's where you use facade. So I hope it makes sense. And okay, so let's look at the main now. So in the main we have we're simply going to create the objects of all these devices. Okay, so all the devices that we have, we're simply going to go ahead and create objects of them. And in the facade, so in the constructor, we're simply go ahead and pass in all these objects that we have. Okay, so all these devices get passed in because of course we want to use the methods of them, so we need the objects of them, right? So again, in the facade we simply have two methods, just like in the picture, leave home and arrive home. So when we go ahead and call this method, so like it's like a button. If we go ahead and click that button, what's gonna happen? So all these methods are gonna be printed. Okay, so what are you going to get as an output? So first you're gonna get leave home, and next this is gonna go ahead and call the lock door method of the door lock class. Okay, so this door lock class, and we have this lock door method, so it's gonna go ahead and print door locked. Okay, and next we're gonna go ahead and call this arm alarm method from this class, so then it's gonna go ahead and print alarm armed. And next, similarly, we're gonna go ahead and call this camera on, light off. So these methods are coming from this class, and again we have this camera, this light on. Okay, so then our output, it's gonna be this. Okay, if we go ahead and call this leave home, so all this output is gonna be printed in order. Okay, all these methods get called in order. Okay, from different classes. Okay, and next we have this leave home, arrive home. So next we have this arrive home. So what's gonna happen? First, it's gonna go ahead and print this because we're calling this method, right? And similarly, all these methods are gonna be called for alarm. Why did I say alarm? I mean the inverse of all this, right? Because here we turned off the door, so here we're gonna unlock the door. So okay, so here we are simply gonna go ahead and call all these methods. So what's gonna happen? First, you'll have arriving home printing, and next you will have all these methods printed. So let me show you the output to this. So the output of this is just gonna be this, you know, so like the inverse of this basically. Okay, so for the last 2 lines, I want you guys to write me in the comments below, because I want to see how many of you guys actually understood the content. So I want you guys to write the last 2 lines of the output in the comment section below, and let's see how many of you guys actually understood it. Okay, so if you want to look at this again, so we're simply calling this arrive home method, and it has all these methods, and I just want you to write in the comment section below what should be the output at the last 2 lines. Okay, so if you want to check out all these classes, so I can show you guys. Okay, so that was it for today's video, and thanks for watching. Bye.